Hello everyone, how's everyone doing this evening? Thank you for joining in for another Blue Ridge Silverhound video. And today we're going to talk about the top 5 Jefferson nickels that are worth over $25,000. Now some are going to ask, what does it take for a nickel to be worth that kind of money? That seems kind of outlandish. And you know what, it kind of is. But there are a few requirements that are needed in order to have a coin of those specifications to be considered among the top tier, those expensive coins. The first one is really nice grade, problem free. That's going to do a lot in ensuring that you're going to get a lot of money for your coins. Number 2, these have to have fully defined 5 steps on Monticello. That's that middle set of steps right in the middle of the building. They have to be fully defined and uninterrupted, which means no nicks, no little wear spots, no premature die wear, nothing like that. It has to be crisp from the left edge to the right edge and vice versa. So those are the 2 requirements that it takes for these coins to be worth a ton of money. So we're going to start off with our number 5 slot here, and it's the 1955 Denver Mint Jefferson nickel. There's very few of these that grade out at a high level, even with the full steps. Only a handful of them exist, and when they do and come to market, they're worth a ton of money. In Mid-State 66, they're worth about $15,000. Now keep in mind, there are no 66 pluses or 67s in existence of this coin. The coin has been, or the date has been plagued with what some would call striking issues, where they seem a little bit weak at times. The mid-50s were notorious for that. So that was the reason that this coin gets its number 5 slot in our top 5 list. Number 4 comes in at another 1950s coin, and this one is the 1954S. It's a San Francisco minted coin. Now between this and my number 3, they're both really up there as far as bad, terrible, crappy strike, which lends itself to a lot of coins that don't really have a lot of nice features, not much detail, because of the bad strikes on these. The 54S is so rare with full steps that only a couple of them are even out there, and they're held in prominent collections, probably never to be sold ever again. Mid-State 67 examples peg in at $40,000 if and only if it has those full steps. That's a lot of money, and that's well above our $25,000 requirement for this list. So I give the 54S my number 4 slot. So it seems like it could only get better from here. At the number 3 spot, I put in that 53S. Same as the 54S before it, the 53S has probably the most horrible striking issues out of the whole run of Jefferson nickels, which is why it's so rare. Only 1 or 2 examples exist with full steps, and more than likely these were coins that were minted at the first initial run of those fresh dies. They really didn't take care of those dies afterwards. They probably went through a few of them, which is why you don't see a lot of them with the sharp strikes and the fully defined features. If you're able to find a Mid-State 66 example, that's worth around $37,500. Keep in mind, the coin before that in a 67 is $40,000. So imagine finding a 66 plus or maybe even a 67 with the full steps in a 53S. You might be talking a coin that's worth anywhere from $50,000 to $75,000. Someone will pay that kind of money for a coin that is literally a unicorn. It really does not exist at this point, so it's something to search for. All right, we're getting close to the last couple of spots. Number 2. All right, we're going to go into a little bit more modern issue. We're looking at a 1969D Jefferson nickel. Extremely rare with full steps. In fact, there might be 1 in existence, and that 1 is tightly guarded in some elite collection somewhere. In Mid-State 65 with full steps, we're talking about a coin that's at $15,000. Now imagine if you could find one that's even a 65 plus, 66, 66 plus, or even higher. That number is just going to grow exponentially. We're probably talking a $10,000 price increase from a 65 to a 65 plus with the full steps. That's how extremely rare this coin is. If you can imagine finding a 66 or even a 67 with full steps in a 69D, we're going to be talking about a coin that could exceed $100,000, and that is no joke. So if we have a coin that might exceed $100,000, then this last coin must be a doozy. And believe you me, this one is well deserving of the #1 spot, and it is the 1968D. No examples exist with full steps. So this is your opportunity. If you were to find one, all right, in a mint state 65, it is priced at $20,000. But that's just the tip of the iceberg right there. If you're able to find one that's in a 65 plus, 66, or even higher, again, this is going to be one of those coins that could be worth 6 figures all day long. How would you like to own a Jefferson nickel? That could be worth close to $150,000 to $200,000. Kind of hard to believe, but you know what? With enough searching and a lot of perseverance, you might be that first lucky collector. So you guys keep stacking, you keep searching. All right, this is your top 5 list of Jefferson nickels worth over $25,000. Exciting stuff. Go out there and scour. Let's find some good treasure out there. Have a good one, guys.